What is good, hunters? Welcome back to another video. This is must-know information. What I'm about to share with you right now, if you're a trophy hunter, you have to know this because this can cost you a lot of good trophies. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the risk factor in Way of the Hunter. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen, especially new players, who don't really understand the mechanics of the game, shoot 1 stars, 2, 3, and 4, unaware that there's a risk factor in doing so. Because we've always been told to get rid of the 1s and the 2s in the group, which usually is the case. But we have to be methodical and thoughtful of the way we eliminate animals in our herds. Because what you do in one herd will affect other herds in the region, other habitats. And the last thing you want to do is ruin other herds or ruin that particular herd by taking out a high genetic animal, which will happen to you at one point or another. It has happened to all of us. I have once shot like a 99, genetic animal, and it was like a 2-star. I still regret it. So here's the thing. We need to be consciously aware of what we're taking out of a herd. In Way of the Hunter, you cannot willy-nilly go and shoot any kind of animals you want if your focus is herd management, if your focus is trophy hunting. You want the best trophies. And the problem here is that the game doesn't tell you what these genetics are. When you use your binoculars and you look at these animals and you scan them, we see stars, which represent the life cycle of the animal. First life cycle, second, third, fourth, to fifth. That's all we're being told. We don't know the genetics of these animals. So there's some ways you can try and tell by either looking at the coat, the fur, the horns, and still these things are not guaranteed. You cannot really be for sure what you're seeing, what you have in your herd. So you really have to be methodical and thoughtful in the way you go about doing this. Because there's a risk you're going to take. Example, that 99% animal that I shot, I have never seen that again in the game. And that was since like last year. So this is what you're risking by not paying attention, by not being methodical in the way you hunt. It can cost you a trophy that you may not see for an entire year. So that's how crazy it is. So just be mindful of this. There's things that we do know from what the devs have told us. Like examples like if there's a 5-star in your group, there's a choice you have to make. If you let it die naturally, it will strengthen the herd and other herds around it. If you shoot the 5-star, you risk dropping the genetics all around in that herd and in other habitats surrounding it. So again, a lot of players don't really understand that mechanics, and they are shooting animals 1s and 2s, regretting it because they're getting really high percentage genetics being taken out of a herd. And it sucks. Nobody wants that. So this is why I'm sharing this info with you so you can make an informed decision. When you approach a herd, really study it, look at it. Look at the overall percentage of stars within that herd. And it should give you some kind of inclination of what genetics are in that herd. And you really got to go by eye. You really got to judge and trust your instincts of what you're shooting. Because we don't know. Nobody knows. So unless you shoot the animal and you roll back your save, you would never know what genetics that animal is. And it's a risk, because sometimes you'll be following an animal for a week or 2, and then it may not hit 5 stars. It may die. You may be following an animal again for a week or 2, and you shoot it and you realize it's a low genetic. So this is what I love about Way of the Hunter. It's mysterious. And I know some players don't like that, but for me, this is why I'm so hooked on this game, is because there's a mystery to a lot of things in it. And it's a gamble, and I love it. I love feeling as if what I'm shooting has an impact, will affect things in the game. And I think a lot of hunting games don't have that. And this is very underrated in Way of the Hunter, that your actions, that there's consequences for your actions. And as long as you understand that, you'll have a lot more fun, you'll understand how things work because you're observing more than you're shooting. And the moment you start observing and balancing your herds, you'll have a lot more success in getting really high genetic animals as a 5-star, because you get used to being able to see things differently. You'll know what to look for. You'll know what you won't touch. You can make an informed decision. You want to better your herds? Allow a 2 or 3-star to keep growing in your herd. You want to risk it? You can take out the 2-star. Again, everything here is a risk. And it's a beautiful thing. And it's something I greatly enjoy in Way of the Hunter. So let me know what you think, what your thoughts are in the comments about the system. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.